Alright, you lot, Chopper John here, and today we are looking at Transformers Legacy Voyager class Inferno. Here's in his ant mode. As you can see, looks pretty nice. Comes with a sheet of instructions and these papers again. Here he is. Looks pretty nice. Comes with a weapon, of course. It's at the top here. It's this little thing, which I mean looks a lot like the originals. More like the turbine and bot mode. You'll see in a bit. Yeah. Articulation is at the head can go down a little bit. Oh, that's probably mainly for transformation. These little antennas can move forwards and backwards pretty well. The pincers can, open and close. The legs can, these can only move inwards and outwards because of transformation. These can kind of move a little bit. You can pose, and this can move in a few ways. Down here, it's on a swivel. You can move that, and you can also move up here. Now, I don't exactly know how you're supposed to angle the legs and whatnot. This is the best I've come up with. So, yeah. Very nice. Of course, black and red. Very difficult to go wrong. Like red and black, very hard to go wrong with those colours. Especially with the bit of purple. That type of fading is really nice on the purple. The transformation for him is first off, we'll close these up and bring these up. Right, just kind of get these down for now. Right, you really want to come here now and just open the back up. That will release these panels, these side things here. Bring these out and bring that up. Now you can bring the legs down a bit more. This section untabs from the waist. It actually does tab in there. Kind of bring that out the way. You can also move these out the way at this point, which is probably more for later, but you can move them out the way. Bring that down. Here we go. Split the legs. Extend these out. And there is actually a tab and a slot up there that locks into that. Flip out the feet. You'll inadvertently flip out the heels too, so don't worry about that. Extend them out in place. Flip out the feet. You'll inadvertently flip out the heels, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, turn the waist around, 180. Just kind of bring that up in place. Yeah. And this is kind of where you want the ant legs right now. At least the very weird ones, that's what you want them. Kind of bring these ones down like that. Split the arms, and when you're going back to ant mode, you really want to bring in his left arm first. His right arm will go over that, because the way that will tap together. For now, though, you want to bring them out. Also, his thumbs actually tab in there. So, yeah, that's another thing. Take these sections, flip them round as you're flipping out the arms, and getting the ant legs round. This is kind of how you want them. Bring them down and out, like that. Really, yeah, bring that round. Round. Flow out the arms. Bring the arms down and out, like that. Bring this section, the ant head, down, like that. Open it up. Backwards. Now you can bring this in a little bit further. Flip in the pincers, like that. That. Make sure the head and the head, bot head and the ant head are kind of separated. They don't tab in or anything, but make sure they're separate. Close the ant head up. Tab together. Like this. There you go. And there's a tab here in a slot behind the ant head. This. Right. And for the most part, this really kind of is it. You just line up the ant legs at the back however you want, and you just line this up however you want. And that's really it. Looks pretty nice in bot mode. The gun can fit in his hand like this. But it can also, if you transform the back section a bit more than that, you bring this up, flay it out. You'll take this one, the tiny one here, twist it round 180. This can attach to the rear, like this. There you go. You'll have that. Beast Wars fans will immediately recognize what this is. This is so that this whole thorax section can twist and turn. In the show, this is how he flew. Yeah, that just fella. I did not have that well attached. It's on me. But, that's how he flew around in the show. It's also how his Beast Wars toy worked, too. The original was a gimmick, but here it's just manual. So, yeah. Really nice that they also, it's nicely painted in there. Very nicely painted. Blue. Very nicely painted. Right. Articulation in this mode is that the head can turn 360. Can go up pretty well. Not a lot down. I believe it on a ball joint of some sort. Unlike most figures, his mouth opens. Now, Beast Wars fans will immediately jump for joy with this because, well, he is maniacal. So, yeah, you've got that. Shoulders can, in theory, go 360. I mean, they can still, but you just have to maneuver them around the ant legs. Granted, that's even the original toy had something like that, although uh, they go outwards pretty well. Biceps turn, in theory, 360, but because of the ant legs, you'd have to maneuver them like L. Double jointed elbows, so the degree is past 90, although see, it is past 90. Hands turn 360. Yeah. His waist turns 360. His hips go forwards, that far, backwards, that far, a little bit farther if you move the thorax section out of the way. Outwards, full split, nice swivel 360, bends at the knee. Just on its own, not past 90, but you can use the transformation hinge, I believe, to get a bit more. So, yeah, you've got that going. Ankles, pretty well. Go inwards really well. No forwards, but backwards if you so need it to. That's it. Don't believe I've missed anything. No, don't believe I did. Hopefully not. Anyway, transformation back is a little bit harder to do. Mainly because, you'd have to fiddle stuff out the way. So, transformation back, we'll just start with the feet. Flipping the heels and flipping the feet, although flipping the feet will do just as fine. Untap the chest. Put it up. Split the ant head. Bring it out. Flip the pincers out. Kind of open them out however you want them to. Bring this up. You really want to make sure that the head gets inside. Although the strategy here is more like just close the ant head around the bot head and just in place. There you go. And you can angle these however you want. Right. The stage, we can take these, bring them inwards. Fold in his arms like this. The ant legs, you want to move around a bit. These, I want to move like that. You have to move it in such a way that the arms will be able to come together. Yeah. That is the exact same thing with the other arm. It's way more complicated than I can explain. Rather, I just can't be asked sometimes. Get that round. You want to bring in his left arm first. This is the arm you want to bring in first. His thumb will tab in there. You've got his thumb in a square slot right there. That's how his thumb will work. The other arm, exactly the same procedure, except you're also combining them together. Sometimes it can be difficult seeing what you're doing. I will say that. And his arms will tab together at the shoulders. Hopefully you've brought in the left arm first and not the right one. Bring these outwards. There we go. Like that. Right. Untab the joint there, accordion it in like this. Shamefully, sadly though, there is no tab locking the knee, but don't worry about that. There are slots on the side of the legs. Accordion that up. Get these together. They do tab together, like here, slot here. Not the most secure connection, but you needn't worry about that for long. Bring the waist section kind of down. Make sure these sections are in right now to get them out of the way. And the waist 180, that also helps. Also, might want to make sure that the waist is kind of straight. Bring that section down. Bring the ant legs kind of down. Sure, that's lined up. Yeah, there's a tab here and a slot within the waist. Most reviewers I've seen don't talk about that one. Bring the legs up. You want to make sure that the kneecaps essentially kind of touch against that. There we go. And you want to bring in the side ones before you bring in the top one. There's slots here. Not slots at the sides of the legs, but rather slots inside the thorax section and pegs up there. Make sure those meet. And there are these two tabs here, two slots up there. Go. Right. And at this stage, you've pretty much got him. The only thing left is just position him however you want him. So that's the only thing left. You're just straightening things out at this point. According to what you want out of him. So, yeah. You've got him pretty much. Go. And for, just like the beginning of the review, the gun at the top. Here. And that's it. That is Transformers Legacy Voyager Class Inferno. What do I think of this figure? He's a nice figure. Any flaws with him? There might be a few that I could think of. Let's see. Kind of hard though. That's actually how good he is. So yeah. It could be a little bit difficult getting him back, admittedly. But he's mainly because you'd have to move the ant legs and whatnot out of the way. But, he's a really nice figure. Hope you liked this video and have a great time. And as always, see you later.